Hello, welcome to the Political Vigilante. So we've blocked the gun holster conceal carry ads. We did that like a week or so ago, and we just have now tried to block the PragerU that like socialism is bad, capitalism is good university. So let us know in the comment section if you're seeing those ads play before the videos. And we appreciate you saying that. Like, let us know if there's any other like offensive bullshit they're trying to play in front of us. So they demonetize us when we talk about war, but when they do put ads, it's offensive nonsense that doesn't make any sense with the tone of the show at all. Thanks, Google. Also, if you notice, if you in the show notes, anybody that joined the Patreon in April, you just got charged May 1st, and now you're starting to get your rewards. If you are at, I believe, the $2 tier and up, you're listed in the credits. So in the show notes, you'll see your name, and then at the credit scroll at the end of this video and all videos from this point forward, you'll see your name in the credits. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon. And if anybody joins now, just so you know, you won't be charged until the 1st of next month, and you won't see your rewards till after your card is charged. But and also look out for emails, because I send emails to people who, if you're at the $5 level, you get to pick a topic or an article or something for me to talk about. And I think sometimes I send it through Patreon, and I think some of those emails end up in your spam folder. So please check out your spam folders if you see an email from me in the next couple days through Patreon. And thanks for joining, man. This is it's been really cool, the support that we've gotten. You know, we launched the Patreon in February and got like $45, $50, and now we're up to $350, which is really cool. We had 160 subscribers in January when we started. Now we're over 3,100 subscribers, which is really cool. And it's been awesome doing this and reporting the stories that the corporate media won't report, or they report in an odd manner, like this one. So this just was, I saw this on several news sources. I'm reading from CNN.com. This came out May 4th today, Thursday, May 4th. U.S. F-22s intercept Russian bombers, fighters near Alaska. Why I'm choosing this link that is below is there's a video clip, and I thought the video clip was, I was just going to get the video version of what this written story is. It's this basically advertisement that CNN did for the F-22, talking about how great it is, and F-22s joining the fight against ISIS. So let me know if any F-22 ads play before the Political Vigilante. I'll read you the story, and then we're going to talk about first the story, what happened, and then how this is sort of the tone of the military and the tone of the media. The media is trying to obviously hype this up, but the military is surprisingly, oh, this is not that big of a deal. So I don't know what that means in terms of, like, everyone's talking World War III, trying to ramp it up. It's good for defense contractors because they get free ads from CNN for their latest and greatest toy. And are they also then like the reality of, oh, we might be in World War III with Russia because we took out some of their soldiers in Syria during that airstrike last month, but hey, we gave them an hour notice. I'm sure that was fine. And we really shocked that Putin is going to react in this way. So here's what happened. 2 Russian bombers flanked by a pair of fighter jets were intercepted by stealth U.S. F-22 aircraft off the coast of Alaska on Monday, according to NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command. The Russian Tu-95 Bear bombers and their Su-35 fighter jet escort stayed in international airspace, but did fly as close as 50 miles from Point Hope, Alaska. This is the first time Russian bombers have been accompanied by fighters in these types of flights since 2015, a U.S. official told CNN. A Russian A-50 mainstay surveillance plane also later flew into the area but remained in international airspace and was not intercepted. The U.S. military sees these flights as routine and pose no concern, according to the U.S. official. That's what I get. So we're all this ramping up to war, and then this is routine. But the corporate media needs to keep this hype machine going of Russia, Russia, bad Russia, Russia. They hacked our elections and now they're flying close to Alaskan borders. And yet the military says it's really conflicting. And it's so, I keep coming back to this thing that I wonder if there's some sort of internal fight within the corporate deep state, or it's like it's all the petrodollar, the US petrodollar, and then Russia and China and people like that are trying to get off of it. So they're toying with World War III as sort of a chess piece. So I'll get more into the article. Last month, Russian military aircraft were spotted flying off the coast of Alaska 4 times in as many days between April 17th and April 20. While the Russians have not conducted flights of this nature since 2015, a senior defense official stressed last month that they are not a concern and attributed the uptick to a recent lack of available Russian aircraft and need to boost training. So now we're not all Russia crazy. What's going on? Is the dossier about Trump that the UK spy, is that now in the different set of hands? And so now it's like, oh, these are just routine that they're flying this close to Alaska. Or maybe they've always done this and we just choose which ones to flip out over to use as a ploy to back down Russia or get the American people worked up, and which ones we just go, it's no big deal. We haven't seen this sort of level of activity for a couple of years, NORAD spokesperson John Cornello said at the time, though he emphasized it was not unprecedented or unusual. The U.S. itself has carried out similar flights along both the Chinese and Russian coasts. Yeah. Here's the other thing, the quick little line they put at the end of the article. And there's a related article. U.S. Air Force tests another nuclear-capable long-range missile. So it's weird CNN doesn't get it all bent out of shape when we do these kind of things along the Russian and Chinese borders. So here's the thing. Whenever this is reported, and there was Russian jets were testing some U.S. naval ships in February, that story, you remember, came out, and it was like, Putin is testing Trump. We do this shit all the time. And our media is not going, hey, wait a minute, because our media is the corporate media. They're part of the corporate war machine. Watch their ads, as I've said, what they play. And no one's like, whoa, wait a minute. So we get all bent out of shape when they come within 50 miles of our border. And, okay, rightfully so. They're fighter jets, they're bombers, they're Russian. But we do this shit all the time. So when we do it, it's justified. But when they do it, it's Putin's out of control. And again, I'm not a big fan of Putin. He's done some horrible stuff, as has the Chinese government. But we got to get out of this thing that we're the good guys. We're just as much of a bully and as much as they are. We're just big bullies, and we have a military that spends more than the next 7 countries combined. So if there was a force, right? There was a country on this planet that had that much more military than we did, and they were getting close to our borders. At some point, we would have to sort of respond in kind a little bit, wouldn't we? And they just bombed a base where we had bases in a Middle Eastern country that killed some of our soldiers. How would we react? Okay, we're cool with that? This is the thing I want everyone to start understanding, and many of you already do because you guys have been following this kind of stuff for a while. There's a bigger game being played here, obviously. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there's a bigger game being played, and it's scary. But the idea that America's the good guys and we're just freedom fighters and then the evil Russians are... No, we're all just fighting over oil. That's what this is all about. Thanks for watching, you guys. Like and subscribe. I'm seeing more and more of you share these videos on social media, and I really appreciate that. And I'm putting new Patreon stuff up. At the $10 level, you get a free video every week. I'm putting more stuff. I'll put more polls. Thanks for supporting this, and we will see you soon.